So, hello, you guys. It's me again, Kibla, and it is Tuesday, the 11th of September. I'm coming to you with a video, another video, an actual video this time, not a disclaimer. And the topic that I'm discussing today was a question I was asked by a dear friend of mine. Her name's Kira. Hi, Kira, if you're watching. And thank you for asking me this question. It's a really good question, so I'm glad you asked it. The topic is how to distinguish between your ego and your spirit. How do you separate the two? Or she asked me, like, what's my personal opinion on separating the two of them? So I'm going to let you know right now. The first thing that came to my head when I read this question is, sorry, my foot was itching, is meditation. I know we've all heard this word. I know some people probably switched off when I just said that, but meditation was the first thing that came into my mind when I read this question. The reason why that was the first, word or keyword that came into my head is because for me, how I came to distinguish between my ego and my spirit was through meditation, and after meditation and through my experiences when I meditated. Because when you meditate, you're basically forced to do nothing, which then allows you to, because people kind of think when you meditate, you like when I say do nothing, people think you literally like just turn into some vegetable and just that's not how meditation works. Meditation is really about you listening to your thoughts and quieting down completely and just hearing what and who you are, if that makes sense. And when you do that, or when I did that, I came to realize that there is a train of thought, a constant train of thought in my head, but that isn't actually me. I think it's me because I'm thinking the thoughts and I'm hearing them, but it's not me because the real me is the one who's aware of that train of thoughts and is listening to it and hearing it, if you get what I'm saying. So I know that could sound a bit deep and confusing, but I'm gonna get into it now. And I have my little notepad here, if you see me looking over here. So basically, your ego is not you. Your ego is the way that you think you're perceived, like the titles you give yourself, like sister, daughter, mother, the way you think people see you in this world and the way you describe yourself. I am this, I am a hip hop lover, I am vegan, I am a Muslim, I am a Buddhist, I am a yoga teacher, I am a whatever you are. That is your ego who defines you, who likes to be defined, who likes to, likes to call itself something. And your soul is the part of yourself that doesn't need to do all of that because it knows it's already here. It's just in there. You were born, it was here, it is here. It doesn't really need to define itself under any terms because it just exists as it is. Also, your ego is a tool. If you look at, when you come to understand more about ego versus spirit, you'll see that your ego is basically a tool for survival on this earth. Your ego is something that you use to protect yourself and to help you to understand what's going on in situations. So your ego is the part of yourself that reacts to things, that tells yourself, shit, it's dark outside, you know what I mean? Let me go home. Or, oh, those people don't look safe, or that was a loud noise, or whatever. Your ego is the part of yourself that's always looking out to protect you, to make sure you're safe, to make sure that there's no danger around, and just to keep you guarded, to keep your physical body guarded. Your soul doesn't need to do all of that because your soul is not afraid of anything, because your soul knows it exists inside of you as it is. So your soul doesn't need to feel like constantly like it's looking out for danger, which is what your ego learns to do. And in this society that we live in, there's so many things going on constantly that our egos have kind of, it's gone from working by instinct to just like going off on anything. So let me I know that sounds kind of weird, but I'm going to explain it. So yeah, your ego will tell you that things are bad. Your ego will tell you that your life is shit. Your ego will tell you that you're not going to go anywhere. Your ego will tell you that you're in danger, that you can't trust anybody, that you're not safe on this earth, so on and so forth. It will convince you that things are wrong, or that, you know, that you should feel some type of way, even when there literally is like nothing going on. But your ego always kind of feels like there's a problem, or that it needs to be looking out for a problem. Your soul knows that it doesn't need to do that. And I wanted to give you some definitions as well, because like I said, the ego is reactive and the soul is responsive. So I'm quickly going to read out. I've got 4 minutes left already, guys. So I don't know how this is going to work for me. I might make a part 2 to this video. But yeah, your soul is responsive. And here is the definition that I wrote up for respond. And it is to make a return by some action as if in answer. So to give something back, or to give an answer to something. That is what the term respond is defined. That's how it's defined. React is defined as, there were a few definitions for react that I wrote down. The first definition is to interact and undergo a chemical or physical change. That's a scientific definition for react. Then the other verbal definition for react is to act in response to an agent or influence, or to act reciprocally upon each other as two things. So you see how the first one, respond, means to give something back or to give an answer. Whereas when you are reacting, you are allowing something to change you, like it says, a chemical change or physical change, or you are reacting upon something as two things. So you are no longer yourself, you are no longer your soul. You're allowing your ego to identify you with whatever situation's going on, which is causing you to react. Your ego is the part of yourself that always feels the need to talk, that always feels the need to say something. If someone says something to you, you feel like you need to respond back to them. You feel like you need to protect yourself, stand up for yourself, those kind of things. Even when it's, you know, over some petty stuff, that is the ego, because the ego always feels like it's either in danger or being attacked or just not safe, period. Your ego, also the definition for ego is your consciousness or your own identity. Your consciousness of your own identity or existence. The soul, this is the definition I'm going to give you for soul, because this will help you to get it. Your soul is regarded as a distinct entity separate from the body, commonly held separable in existence from the body. So that means your soul, it doesn't worry about anything to do with your physical existence, because it is within the separate existence of your body. It doesn't need to worry about your body. It doesn't need to worry about physical earthly things like your ego has taught itself to worry about and even, over fixate itself on. Because if your ego is healthy, then you will know when and how to use it. But a lot of us have overactive egos and we don't know how to shut off our minds, which is why meditation can be very helpful. I think I'm going to have to stop the video here, and I think I'm probably just going to make a part 2 because I don't know if I'm satisfied with this. So stay tuned.